Hi. Okay. Hello. I'm like super awkward about these sorts of things. I might have someone joining me, so I don't know if they want to like actually talk or what. So be prepared for that. Hope y'all doing well. Did y'all see the Christmas freaking star? Like, it's like the planet conjunction or whatever the heck. Hello, Garnet Weaver. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I am horrible at that sort of thing. But yeah, the Christmas star. It was really pretty. I was working, and my coworkers and all. I stepped out. I was like the one to mention it. I was like, "Oh, y'all want to come with me to see the freaking Christmas star?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." One of my coworkers, I don't know if I should call him by his actual name. He's nice and stuff, so I don't know. I'm gonna call him right now. Not that he'll ever come and watch me do this. I'm gonna call him Candle Guy, because he makes candles. I actually burnt one earlier today with the family. He's really nice. He was like, yeah, I forgot that was tonight. It was really neat looking. Did anyone else see it? I'm glad I got to see it. When I was little, I was obsessed with like seeing the actual for realsy miracle of God Christmas star. Like, if you're all not Christian, and I totally understand. I'm not gonna be like all preachy about it or anything, but and this isn't really necessarily a quote unquote religious story. It's just a funny, haha, I was a dumb little kid. But I was like, you know, I wanted to see the actual for realsy Christmas star. And like, there are some theories on, you know, what it actually was. If it was a star being born, a star dying, a certain comet that would have been in the area at the time of Jesus being born, or the, what's the other theory? And then there's the people who believe potentially that it was like an actual for realsy once in a 1,000,000 year type miracle of God type situation, and that you'll never ever see it again. And then there are some people who believe that it was like the North Star, and it was just like radiating more light or whatever at that point for some reason or another. And like, whatever you believe, that's your own business. If you want to talk about civilly, you can. I don't want people to get in arguments down in the comments below, but if we can be civil about it, that's fine. But when I was little, I was like super duper like obsessed about seeing the actual for real one, and my aunt had me convinced that it was like the North Star, like the brightest star in the sky. So I've sort of grew a obsession with Polaris, and like, anytime I prayed or anything, that's usually the star I would look towards. You know, right, wrong, or somewhere in between. I just think it's funny. Oop. If y'all have funny Christmassy, holiday, seasonally appropriate type stories, I'd love to hear those too. When I was in the 2nd grade, my class, we were selling reindeer feed. And, hold on. Boop. There we go. And it wasn't really, I don't know how environmentally safe this freaking was, because it had glitter. I was 7, okay, I'm sorry. Don't come after me, PETA. I was an innocent bystander. It had, like, it was like magic reindeer feed that you gave to, like, Santa's reindeer. And it had, like, chopped up carrots, which they probably could have eaten, or rabbits could have eaten. Glitter, which probably wasn't good for the environment, but, you know. This was, like, in the 90s, and I was dumb. And what else did it have in? I was like 7, so this was like 100 years ago. It had some weird stuff in it. Like, I know it had glitter. It had carrots. I'm thinking it had like, my mom would have known, but she passed away last year. 'Cause she helped make these, like, little baggies. I'm thinking we also put, like, pieces of paper in there with, like, quote-unquote happy thoughts. You know, like, a new doll, candy, ice cream. And, like, it could be just pictures because we were dumb little kids. But happy thoughts because, you know, it made sense. And the glitter was really fairy dust. And, I'm trying to think of what else was in there. I honestly don't remember anything else. I know there was, like, it looked really cute. It seemed like there was some kind of confetti in there. And, something else. And, anyway. Say, quit it. If you want attention, come over here. And, anyway, we sold them for like $2, $3. The local news, like, did a story about us, and we were selling them as, like, a fundraiser for something. I think we were giving the money to Children's Hospital, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, I am, Tiffany. Meow. Everybody say hello to Samantha. She is my cat. She is a noisy bunny. I don't know if y'all can hear her purr, but she's being very loud. You are very loud. It's really the only place I can really live stream on YouTube. I can just live stream on, like, the Omlet thingy. But I don't really like doing it just on the Omlet thingy. And the omelet thingy has like option to do Facebook, excuse me. But no one I know really personally, which that's what I use Facebook for, is personal use. See, I don't know what I'm gonna color the dress now. Hi. Let me see. What else does Omelet do? It does Twitch, which I don't particularly like. I'm trying to think of what else it does. It has several different streaming options, and if you pay a certain fee, which I refuse to do because I don't have that big of an audience, you can do all of them at one time. And there's something else that does, but it does several different things, and I don't remember, but it's the best way I have to live stream right now. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Maybe one day when I want to invest some more money into it, I'll do some other stuff. Hi, Samantha. Oh, I found a book that I may read in one of my videos. It's like 100 freaking years old, and it has like Christmas stories in it. Is that something y'all want me to do? 'Cause I love that sort of thing. And it's not like it's, the standard, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Did anyone ever have to memorize that for school? 'Cause I freaking did. Well, let me live. Anyway. Oh, did y'all ever have, okay. Now, I am going to sound like the cheesiest soul ever, but when I was little, and this is kind of a strange thing to say, but I feel like it's a necessary story, because, like, this is the season for sap, and this is kind of a sappy story. Okay, when I was little, and I kind of still do in a weird way, and it's because of this story, I believe in Santa Claus. Maybe that's, like, stupid of me, and I know, it may not be true to all of the stories or whatever, but, I feel like there is everyday people who fulfill an act in the spirit of that saint, and there are some people who embody that spirit. Like, if you can be possessed by demons, you can be possessed by saints and angels. Like, that's just my personal whatever, or they can speak through you. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but this is just, like, from my own personal experience, I feel like is where I'm coming from. And basically this was the year after my grandmother died. I was 6. Like, I was still young enough to truly, fully believe in Santa. And it probably bought me 2 or 3 years worth of believing in Santa. Like, truly, fully, no doubt in my mind, Santa exists. And anyway, we were feeling sad because grandmother had passed shortly before Thanksgiving, or right after Thanksgiving. She passed in November. And to me, as a little kid, that was like right at Christmas, and it kind of is. And like, we went to go see Santa, my mom and I. Seems like Dad wasn't with us. He was at work, and Aunt Peggy had driven us around. But it was just me and Mom in this, like, private studio. It was like, I don't even remember where it was at, but it was, a studio, and, I went to go tell Santa what I wanted. You know, I don't even remember what I had wanted for Christmas. And, he was like, okay. And then, he said something to the extent, now, Jillian, I know Christmas is not going to be the same this year, but it's still going to be good. And I know, I forget exactly how he said it, but he said all the right things. He did not know that grandmother had passed. He didn't know, anything else, but he was like, you have one more Christmas angel to look after you. And, you know, I know that it's hard not to be able to see her, but I know you can feel her in your heart, or something to that extent. It was really freaky. And the man he didn't know us. He didn't know Mom. He didn't know us. The photographer didn't know us. He was psychic or something, or it was Santa himself. Like, it was kind of freaky. But thanks to that incident, and I asked Mom later, like, when I was, like, full-grown adult, you know, had you said anything at all? And she's like, no. I even called later, and she would have had no reason to lie to me at that point. I was, like, in my... And she's like, no, I didn't. And I don't think she would have lied to me at that point. And she said, I called later about it, and that same day, and the photographer, whatever, said that from time to time, he got that influence of, you know, to say whatever he felt like he needed to say to a child. And she got the number from the photographer of this man who played Santa, and my mom asked him, do we know you? And he's like, no, I just feel the spirit of God, and sometimes I feel like I need to say some things, and I'm sorry if it freaked your daughter or you out. She's like, no, it was helpful. So it was really kind of crazy. But thanks to that, I will fully, completely acknowledge, and I know that to those who don't believe or have a different belief, I respect your decision. That incident made me more of a believer in the things I hold dear. And, I know that sounds, crazy, but, I don't know. I believe it. I've had other, incidences where it's too crazy to be a coincidence, but they're not really Christmas stories. I feel like that one's kind of a Christmas story, and kind of fun in a weird way. I'm trying to think of another one offhand. Sarah's eyes are black. These images came from Google that I'm using as references, because unfortunately I do not know the Tim Burton stuff enough to draw it by memory. At one point I did a fan art comic. That was God help me. That's all I have to freaking say. God freaking help me. Anyway. Basically, it was this very cliche, horrible thing. Do not judge the past me and my choices of fan art scene. But I made this future AU. It didn't last long. It was Jack and Sally's son. He was a junior, and he was falling in love with this girl who was, I don't know who he procreated with, but she was Oogie Boogie's daughter, and she was from Thanksgiving Town. I never said it was good choices, okay? And I was too old to really make I was not 11 when I came up with this. I was I was in my 20s maybe. Again, I'm not saying that this is not cringe. I will fully admit to my sins. But anyway, I, at one point when I was drawing that little fan-made comic thing, I got so good at drawing Jack, I didn't have to look at reference pictures. Same thing with Sally, and, I think the mayor was one of the other ones I got really good at drawing. Okay, what do y'all think? Should I make the dress green, or should I make it white? I don't know. See, I could, excuse me, I could do a design where and see, I could do a design where from here down was green, like where the top was green, and then do white. I don't freaking know. I hate when I have to make creative decisions. Because I don't think they've ever came out with her a wedding dress. Some of the other characters they have, like, officially in Disney canon or whatever. And, I just feel like they would have a Christmas wedding. Don't at me, okay? Anyone else a fan of, like Nightmare Before Christmas? I am a hopeless cause. I know lots of random facts and stuff about it. Like, for example, Sally, she, when they animated, like, they did stop motion thing for this. She, rather than doing, like, where they had to remove the head or whatever because of her long flowing hair, they would just take off her face and pop in a new one. Whereas Jack, because he didn't have hair, they just switched out heads, and I forget how many like Jack skeleton heads they had. Like, it seems like it was like 200 or so. I don't know. It was a large freaking number. So it is what it is. I think that's funny. See, I feel like no. This is just me. I don't know that Sally would be so traditional to go true white, even if she happened to earn it. Which, like, I don't know. I don't judge her. She's a made-up character. Who knows? Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Some people, like, think she and Jack are super freaky in the bedroom suit. Whatever you want to think of them as, I guess they could be. But I don't think whether or not, I don't think she would be super duper traditional when it came to a wedding dress. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, I kind of am liking the full-on, I don't know, we'll color it fully green, and then see from there. There. God, I can still freaking smell that candle. It smells so freaking good. I'm trying to think of I should have changed the, like, thing of my tag. Oh well. It's fine. I'll do it in post. I'm not really feeling lonely and or sad tonight. Always whenever I was drawing Rapunzel. If y'all haven't checked out that live stream, I was not even feeling like talking. That's how bad I was feeling. I'm feeling a lot better now. I have all my junk that needed to be done for Christmas. I have all my crafts that I wanted to do done. I have all my cookies freaking done. I have all my presents are under the freaking tree, safely nestled. What is that movie? It's like Jingle All the Way. That's one of my favorite stupid movies, and I know it's like bad, but I still like it. He's like, Nate's Turbo Man is safely nestled underneath my tree, or whatever. And he says it like all snarky. I feel like I'm kind of that way right now, even though everybody else's besides my aunt's presents are already wrapped in stuff. I don't know. I guess because last year, because of stress and trying to take care of my mom and all this different stuff, I didn't really get to wrap my freaking gifts until like the 23rd. Or like it was super duper late for me, and like it was like today's the 21st, which isn't like a huge margin better, but to me I was like wrapping it super duper late on the 23rd, and I felt like I had no freaking excuse. What's the latest y'all have wrapped? I want to know if y'all wrap gifts. Because, like, I find that sort of thing interesting. Like, what kind of things do y'all cook? Like, my favorite thing to cook is cookies. Like, I usually do a huge, like, cookie baking crazy marathon. Like, I used to bake a heck of a lot more, but because I've realized that we don't really eat that like all of them at one time. Like, we need a buffer break in between there. What do y'all think? Part of me wants her to have some green, but I'm not sure that I want it that much green. Let me try a super pastel green, see what I think. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No. Let me try white. I want to have some more white than just the freaking collar, but I don't know. I don't know why. I guess. I guess I could. I don't know. Bollocks. I don't know. She could also make it black, although that would look kinda, I don't know. Nope. Huh. Huh. I'm kind of digging the black. Ooh, I like that one better. No, I don't want that. I want this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it this one for right now, because I like it the best. I should really just color in the white and stuff before I start coloring in. I feel like that's too dark for his outfit. I don't want it to look brown, but I know it's not like super charcoal black either. Huh. See, they look almost black stripes with white, or black with white stripes. I don't know. What's the ruling on zebras? Are they white horses with black stripes, or black horses with white stripes? I don't know. You know what? Let's go with this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, normally I do like cookie baking and cookie decorating, like marble Klecks, which is like a German butter cookie. It's basically like sugar cookie rolled in like into sugar, like pure butter rolled into sugar, and anyhow, and then we decorate them. But this year I was down Mom because she unfortunately passed away. And then because of COVID, like none of my friends are infected besides one, and I have not seen them in months. And it's more of a potentially infected, I think. I don't know. They were exposed from what I heard through the grapevine, but I don't know for sure. I haven't seen them in forever, so but anyway, I didn't have my good friend Hannah, who has been part of cookie decorating for at least 6 years, I think. The first year I knew her, that Christmas, or maybe it was the next Christmas, she asked me what I was doing, and I said, oh, how was it? She invited me over to spend the night over at her house, I think. We were in college, and I said, I can't, that night, because I'm making cookies. I'm doing this whole cookie baking marathon, and then I'm gonna decorate cookies and blah blah blah. And she's like, oh, that sounds like fun. Can I come? And I was like, I guess, sure. And so she spent the night at my house, and we made cookies that whole day. She spent the night, and then we decorated the sugar cookies and baked some more. And it was so much fun. And she loved the recipes that I used. By the way, use real butter if you use any kind of cookie recipe. Trust me, it's a lot better if you do. And if anyone's interested in my sugar cookie or any of my recipes, please let me know. I don't care to share. I was watching a YouTuber, and she was that I kind of like, and she does vintage sheet stuff. And she she had her sister and her doing cookies, and they were ginger cookies. And they were, like, some of the things I can understand why they were having a hard time, but, like, honestly, why? She is Polish, and she was using American recipes, so she had to convert some of the, measurements to, their measurements or whatever, which I could understand having a hard time with. And then, what else? They had a hard time, they took, according to her, an hour to mix the thing, and I'm like, why? It's not that hard. Ginger cookies are not that freaking hard. Maybe I'm just underestimating or underestimating. Maybe I have an unusual ability to cook cookies, or I've cooked them for so long that I have become desensitized to the magic that is cooking cookies from scratch. Is not that hard. Not that hard. I promise you. Okay. Now, I don't know the weird measurements that, I guess they're not really weird. Ours is weird, I guess. The non-American measurements. Non-American measurements. Basically, okay. And this is not exact measurements, this is just off the cuff what I can remember. Let me see. For the ginger cookie, well, they're not really ginger cookies, they're molasses cookies that I make. They're basically the same thing as ginger cookies. The only real difference is you don't add ginger to them. If you add ginger to them along with cloves, which I don't add cloves to any of mine anyway, because my aunt doesn't like them. But if you leave out the ginger, they're molasses cookies. If you add ginger, they become ginger cookies. They're the same freaking cookie, other than that one little difference, okay? Anyway, I don't know how to do that. Y'all, I'm not technologically advanced enough to do that. Lord help me. But anyway. Yeah. I hate it when I have a random dot somewhere. I'm like, where? I'm sure a more professional person would be able to make... I think I'm going to fade these lines a bit so they're not like so glaringly white. I don't know what I'm doing. I just like to draw, and I don't claim to know what I'm doing. Other than the fact I like to draw, like I am a hopeless cause when it comes to anything else. Alright. Let us dim this, I guess. Shift this color to being a bit lighter. I don't like that. No. That's good. And let's make the color a darker color than that. Like almost a black. Like, I don't know if this is the collar or a bow tie. I don't know if I've told you all this story, but my family, when I was little, would give my brother and I, like, gifts on some of the more minor holidays, including Thanksgiving. Like, we got just, like, one video or whatever. And the year that Nightmare Before Christmas came out, I had asked for Nightmare Before Christmas. And my mom was like, are you sure it won't cause you nightmares or whatever? I'm like, no, it looks really cool. Like, I had really wanted to see it in movie theaters, but she wouldn't let me for some reason. I don't remember now why. I think she was scared I would be freaked out or whatever. I was like 7, 10. I don't remember. The thing's like 25 years old now. A little bit older than that actually now. But anyway. And I was like, nah, I had wanted to see it before. I think I can handle it. and if I can't, we're at home and stuff. And she's like, okay, you promise you won't have nightmares or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. And I was fine. I didn't have one nightmare about the thing, but I loved it. I was like fully and completely obsessed. I wanted to be Sally. I felt like I was Sally. Hi, baby. I loved Jack. I wanted to marry him. I was a little kid. Please keep that in mind. I was like, Jack Skellington is so sexy. I'm like, I was little. Like, why was he sexy? I don't know. He's got no meat on those bones, Jillian. Why do you find that hot when you were a kid? I guess it was the voice, the singing voice. Like, I don't know. That was hot to me, I guess. I went through a phase where I wanted to write a story, and I kind of ended up doing that for The Magnificent Mane, which is my comic. Like, hashtag go check it out. It's probably never gonna get done now, but I enjoy piddling with it from time to time. Oh no, I don't want to do that. No, quit it. Okay. Sally's dress needs to stay by itself because I'm not sure if I want to keep it black or not. I'm very much strongly leaning towards that, but I'm not like 100% sure at this point. Like, that's what I get for not planning. I was like, this will make a cute idea. So let's draw it, and then as soon as I draw it, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, it's fine. I'm trying to get all these, like, spots I missed. I'm, like, bad about that. I'm trying to be better so that it looks cleaner and more professional, even though I don't get paid jack for these things. I don't get enough viewership to be... Like, I'm not that popular. My art's cute, though. Or I think it's cute. I sound